And if you do all that, you might become maybe one of the letters that I put in my books and videos in the future. I mean, these are real results from people who have really been through what I teach. People who have really implemented the do-it-yourself bailout method. I mean, I love this letter from Raj, who settled $25,000 in debt for just $7,100. He broke it out into payments. This letter from another reader, Debbie, who settled $300,000 in debt in just 4 months. And if you take the time to read her letter, pause the video and read her letter, she and her husband lost their business. They didn't know what they were going to do. But debt settlement was the way to a brighter future for them. The next one is by a married couple who reduced their debt by 80%. Kenny, I cannot begin to thank you enough for the education that I received reading your book. My wife and I reduced our debt by 80% using the knowledge we received. My readers keep coming back to the same thing I'm telling you. It's about the information. It's about the knowledge. There was nothing special about me when I found myself $250,000 in debt and started calling my banks to negotiate settlements. There's nothing unique about any of these readers. They're not professional negotiators. They just informed themselves. They acquired knowledge that shined a light on that dark tunnel that told them they were calling the shots. And they used the information they had to better their lives. This next reader, whose email is again quite long, you can pause the video to read it, negotiated a $17,000 debt to $5,000 in a 5-minute phone call. Will that happen to you? I can't say, but it happened for other readers. These things are possible. Kenny, I got your book a couple of days ago and couldn't wait for the mail to read it. I really enjoyed it. When you're in the pressure cooker, it's comforting to hear you're not the only one. Found out he wasn't alone. Sam settled $55,000 for $10,000. That's less than 20%. Jerry settled his debt from $122,000 to just $24,000. He writes, Kenny, I read your book a few years ago about the do-it-yourself bailout. Your story helped me to an incredible amount. Danny settled $30,000 for $7,000. This next reader settled $235,000 in debt for 15%. He writes, I was 1 week away from filing bankruptcy when I stumbled across your website and ordered the do-it-yourself bailout. The book inspired me and gave me the guidance and foresight to negotiate these balances down. Stephen says the best thing about settling debt is it puts the debtor in the driver's seat. I couldn't agree more. That bill collectors don't know what to do with someone that isn't afraid of them. The next one, Kenny, I started off with $80,000 in debt spread over 12 cards. I've now paid $14,000 to settle $60,000 in debt. One of the best deals I've cut so far. Only 3 more credit cards to go. You can hear it in their voices, see it in their writing. How excited they are to be taking control of their financial situation in a way they never thought they could. Armed with confidence, says Rob. He settled $125,000 in debt for $25,000. Thomas, your book gave me the courage to negotiate $47,000 in debt for 25%. And Michael, who settled $34,000 for $6,000, he writes, Kenny, I'm super excited to write to you. Out of the blue, a bank sent me a letter offering me a 10% settlement. Can I say you're going to get a 10% settlement? No, I never got a 10% settlement. He's one of the only readers who ever wrote to me saying he got a 10% settlement, but it happened. Ken, you're the greatest, one of my particular favorites. About 1.5 years ago, I caught your ad on TV at 3 o'clock in the morning and purchased your book and read it twice. He has a thick skin, he said, putting up with all the collection agents' phone calls and negotiating to settle with most creditors down to 20 to 30%. He says $50,000 of it was in medical and credit card debt. Do you have medical debt? I know you have credit card debt. I wish I could go on. I wish this course were long enough for me to put in all of the letters and emails from all of my readers and clients over the years who've settled millions of dollars in credit card debt on their own. I am not a debt settlement agency. I didn't do it for any of them. All I do is provide the information and the encouragement to say, let go of the self-judgment, let go of the negative emotions, let go of the anxiety. Be the CEO of the corporation of you. treat your debt like a business the way your banks are, and move forward with courage and confidence.